Hi friends, so welcome you all to today's session 4 on HR Analytics. So in today's session, we are going to learn a new concept called Lien. So Lien is a concept which is derived in total quality management. Usually we look into the production aspect, but you wonder why this Lien concept in HR Analytics. So let's have a brief concept about this Lien concept. So continuous improvement, so what we can call the Lien as continuous improvement, or it is also called a concept of Kaizen. So Lien is also called in other ways Kaizen. So Kaizen means what? Lien and the Kaizen, it means a concept of continuous improvement. So here we have to think why Lien concept in HR analytics. So in our HR activities or day-to-day our operational areas what we face in the HR functions or the process, we are looking for the better improvement and we have to make a continuous improvement in those activities. So the concept Kaizen or the Lien is applied in the analytics here. So and also it's one of the very popular technique or the approach or the method, okay, what we can generally understand. It's one of the very popular technique method to enhance the productivity. So if you want to increase the productivity, we are applying this Lien concept so that we can achieve whether it is a small goal or the big goal. Okay, finally to achieve our objective of a company or the goal of a company and to show a better performance and to increase our outcome and the productivity, we are applying this Lien concept. See, the moreover in the real-time data, see now I am just telling the Lien definition is over. So Lien generally says what it says. It says is continuous improvement. Okay, continuous improvement for to enhance the productivity and to reach the goal. Okay, now in the analytics, if you are pulling the analytical data science data, that is the data science, whatever the data we are collecting, okay, the real-time data, and you're applying your advanced analytics in that. Okay, why we are applying that advanced analytics in that is to help to ensure that our production cycle is better. Production cycle is better. I mean the production cycle in HR is our functional aspect of HR or else our operating areas of HR. Okay, those activities are betterly performed than the last improving employee performance. For example, I am just taking the few areas of your HR, okay, for if I am just making a comparison, okay, why my employee's performance was lacking even after me giving the training. So keeping those last data of the performance and applying this Lien concept, so to increase my employee's performance, I can apply the concept of Lien here. And why I am doing this? To enable the long-term success in the organization. I've already told why are we supposed to increase the performance or why are we thinking each time to enhance the productivity so that our long-term success, for the long-term success, okay. And Lien is a methodology. See, what we can say is Lien is also a methodology where it is focusing, that is it is focusing on creating a value. Okay, one way we say it's an improving concept, it's a continuous improvement, one way we say, or else what we can say is it's a you're creating a value for all your HR areas or HR activities or operational HR areas so that for the clients and the customers or the employees are satisfied. So that is the one thing. And how operations can run smoothly. So that's what I told. So operations can run very smoothly when you're applying this Lien methodology. Okay, so that whatever the problems is identified in our operation areas, little, okay, suppose we say our operational areas of HR is creating a little value for us, okay, presently. So when I'm applying this concept, I can come up with a more value I can just create, okay, eliminate the waste and so that I can see the improvement in that. So it's a culture for continuous improvement. What we can say is it's a culture of continuous improvement. So now Lien organizational system. Let's understand Lien organizational system in HR. See, to understand this Lien organizational system, there are two fundamental concepts first you have to understand about the Lien. Okay, so one is the fundamental concepts of Lien. What it says is, first it says you have to eliminate the Lien concept. What it says is for the better continuous improvement, If you want to see the improvement in your process areas or the functional area or the operational areas, you have to eliminate few of the things, that is waste free. You have to show that all your process, all your activities are functioning waste free. You're not wasting any of the resources. Okay. So elimination. So eliminating anything that does not adding any value for the customers. The lean concept fundamentally what it says is, it is going to eliminate the areas which is not bringing the value to the customer. The same way in our HR operating areas, if any of the functional areas, if it is not creating any value either to the employer or to the employees or internally or externally, you are going to eliminate, okay, with this lean concept. The second one is work systematically. When you are applying this lean concept, the entire process or the entire activity becomes what? Systematic. So we are going to work in a very systematically and continuously to create. When you are working systematic, very structured way, very planned way, and that makes a very smooth function. So continuously you are working, then that is going to create a more value for the customer, and that is going to create what? More value for the customer. So next, the 5 basic principles in the lean are. So let's understand the principles. Okay. What are the basic principles? There are many principles are there. So first, basically, I'm just trying to understand the principles of lean. Then I'll tell you the principles of lean with attached to the HR analytics. Okay. Okay. So the 5 basic fundamental principles of the lean are, the first one is, I've already told, it is going to create as what? Value. It is going to create as what? Value. It creates value for the customer. Not only for the customer, I've already told, even for the employer, employees, as well as internal stakeholders or the external stakeholders. So entire the parties, okay, the parties who are involved, okay, for the organization, for entire stakeholders, the values are being created. Okay. Next, value stream. Okay. The next one is value stream. That is, it is going to avoid waste. The very first one is, please understand when I'm speaking about the value here. One, it's going to create the value. Okay, it creates value for both all the stakeholders, whereas the next one is, it is going to stream the value. That means it's going to avoid the waste. So we are going to identify the functional areas of HR which are not creating the value. Okay, somewhere we find, okay, recruitment. Okay, somewhere in the recruitment process, I find that some of the process or some of the steps are not effective. So they're not adding value to my process. So I am going to eliminate those steps or the process which are not creating the value. The same way training process. If I find some of the steps are not creating much value, okay, and not making the training effective, so I'm just going to eliminate few of the steps in the training process. So this way you can just apply to all our HR concept. That is the one thing. So it's going to avoid the waste, so that you're going to identify those activities that are creating the waste. Okay. When you identify only, we can see the continuous improvement. That's what the lean says. Lean is all about continuous improvement. Okay. The next one is flow. Okay. You have a smooth flow, continuous flow. Okay, because you're working in a very systematic, because the lean concepts makes the work very structured, very systematic. When it is systematic, naturally there is a flow is there. So that's what it says, the flow is there. Lean creates a flow that runs smoothly, okay, as possible. Okay, that means we are going to eliminate the steps, right? Unwanted steps have been eliminated. So few steps are there, or the few stops are there. So there is a very frequency, that is a frequent flow is there. That we can understand here. And next one is according to needs. Lean always makes you to work according to needs. That is, your action flows are created based on the needs. Okay. That's what lean always says about the continuous improvement. For the continuous improvement, there is always a need planning is there. Okay, there is an action planning is there. So that makes you to what? Always you're working for your want, need and desire. So it's all created based on the need of the customer. You're working only for the what the customer need is there, what our employees are willing. So these concept based you're working. Okay, that is both. That's what I told. Externally or internally, your customer and the next process. That is, your entire the lean concept makes you to understand and work for the need of the stakeholders. Okay, and next one, continuous improvement. So there is a continuous improvement. Okay, continuous improvement is a culture. okay, where it contributes for the continuous improvement. So if you have a good culture of improvement, then there is a continuous improvement. So this continuous improvement to be systemized. If you want for the continuous improvement, it has to be systemized. It has to be planned and structured. So these are the very 5 basic fundamental principles of Lien, okay. That is the value, then is the value stream, then the flow, then it's according to the needs, and then the continuous improvement. Okay. Keeping these 5 fundamental principles of Lien, let's expand those principles to our HR analytics. So now let's understand the key principles in our HR system, the Lien system. Okay. So the very first is, it's naturally going to, first one is optimize the waste. Okay. It is going to optimize the whole entire process, okay, of our HR activities. Next one, it's going to create a knowledge. I'm not taking much explanation for this because we have already discussed in the previous slide. So it's going to create knowledge there. And next one, it's eliminate the waste. Lien concepts, whenever you're applying for your entire HR process of the system, naturally you're eliminating the waste in your activities, HR activities. And next, it's going to build the quality. There is a quality in. Okay, because when I say continuous improvement, okay, there is a progress, there is a productivity, there needs a better, you have to build a quality in. And how this quality in is getting in us because of the Lien concept in your HR activities. And also because it's already been said, systematic, structured, everything, the work is systematic. So that means you are going to deliver the things very fast. Whatever the HR functional areas comes, you're going to deliver very fast there. And next one, defer commitment. Okay, there is a commitment is there, and naturally because of this system, okay, this fundamental principles of Lien concepts into your analytics or the HR operational areas, it's naturally going to respect the people, because you people are carrying a pride because you're working in such a way that there is a effective way of functioning is seen, so people are always respected for that functional aspect. The next one, some of the issues that were identified as drivers of using Lien within the HR unit what? So let's take, okay, few examples. If you are applying this Lien concept in your HR areas, some of the issues what you can just identify, okay, and applying this Lien concept, and you can make your HR units more effective and more efficient. Okay, like to take the need to improve efficiency of different operations. So when you are applying this Lien concept in your HR areas, the one thing is you can improve the efficiency of the different operational areas of HR. Efficiency can be improved. Efficiency means you can work with least waste. So it is going to eliminate all your waste, unwanted thing, unwanted process and all in your operational areas. And next one, the need to improve responsiveness. Okay, it is naturally going to improve the responsiveness among the employees, and it is also going to build a better relations between the employer and the employee or all the stakeholders internally or externally. Next, the need to improve internal external communication. Naturally, this is also going to give one more resolve the one more issues. What we can say is there's a better communication between both the parties, internal and external parties. Okay, the need to develop more robust management of different tasks, because you are going to take up the more complicated task in your operational areas. You are very eagerly taking because of this Lien concept, the less we can see the less risk in that. Okay, and people are also more the way of functioning, you can see that. So that is the one thing. And the next one is the need to align the task. Okay, the balancing, what we can say, because of this Lien concept, most of the what the task or the responsibility, the duties or the activities, everything is being aligned. Everything is being aligned. Okay, and overall there is a strategies. What we can say is because of this Lien concept, there is also a strategies in your operational areas. The very next one. Here, reduction of waste is essential in Lien. So we have to understand one more thing. What Lien does is, one thing is it is going to eliminate the waste. That's what reduction of waste is very much essential for the Lien concept whenever you're applying in all the areas of your HR, and thus it is also necessary what waste can mean. So now let's understand what waste can mean. So So let's identify few areas to understand, make use of the elimination, waste, reduction in our operations or in our process or the procedures, steps, etc., etc. Let's understand the what does the meaning of waste means here. Okay, just like waiting. Okay, waiting is somewhere you feel that the machines have been waiting. Okay, it's been idle for so many like hours. So how can I improve that idle time? Or in my recruitment process, there is something like for the recruitment to selection, there is a long waiting is there. So how can I minimize those waiting? How can I improve my quick recruitment and quick selection process? Even the training and the performance, so the gap. So how can I minimize the training and the performance? So this way, I mean one of the, to understand the concept of waste, I am just terminating the words here. That is, one is the waiting. Okay. Next one, inefficient movements. That's what in your process, inefficient movements are inefficient activities or the units what you try to find out in your process. That also you can just, it also brings the meaning of the waste here. Okay, which is not, these movements or these processes are not required. So it's not ideal, what I can say. Next, resources not fully used. The next one is, if resources are not effectively used, even that also we call it as a waste. And in management terms, if I speak about resources, there are 8 M's. Our 8 M's are resources. Like it can be men, money, machines, methods, all these things we can say that they are the resources. I have to use those resources very effectively, efficiently. Okay, unnecessary transport. If I'm making use of like from warehouse to my organization or to somewhere of the dispatch or whatever it is, if the transportation, if it's taking more, I can just eliminate those transportation, unwanted transportation not required. Even if I am just applying the lien here, so this can also be minimized. Okay, we can say that transportation costs can also be minimized. That's the meaning here. Okay, so even the unwanted transportation is also, we can term it as in our process as a waste only. And corrections with low importance and value. Okay, so we can correct in our in our HR functions, if this any functional areas or any HR unit or activities, it is not creating any value. Okay, it is not creating any importance, then that also can be eliminated. So that is the one thing. And too large stocks. If you're having inventories, okay, which are not getting out and you're just having more inventories, okay, even that is also waste. So if I am just applying the linear, okay, just in time, okay, for example, just in time is one of the technique. So I am understanding the customer needs and wants. So as their needs, I am just producing the things. So my inventory can be minimized there. So I don't have any much stocks there. So if I'm having huge stock or the large stocks, then it is a waste. So that is also one of the terminology what we can say to understand the waste here, reduction. Okay, and overproduction. Even the overproduction is also one of the answer for the waste. If it is not meeting the demand, I've got huge products here, but there is no demand. That is also one of the waste here. Next is areas reviewed. Let's understand in the previous one what I told us. We understood the waste, possible meaning of the waste and all what comes in our process. Now let's understand the areas reviewed. Okay, so here the introduction of lien. Okay, let's see the reflection or the areas where this lien is being reflected. Okay, or what we can say is in our HR units. Okay, I told now beginning our HR operative functions, it's begin from the procurement till the maintenance. So I'm repeating again. So once you procure, you have to you have to develop them, and once you develop them, you have to compensate them. Once you're compensating, you have to integrate them, and once you're integrating, you have to maintain them. Okay, so in this all the stages, okay, either it can be procurement or either it can be development or compensation or integration, or it can be the maintenance. You can find many areas comes into picture where you can apply the lean concept here. Example, I've already told one such example is like recruitment. Okay, so if I just want to make my recruitment process effective, okay, somewhere I feel some of the it's not matching. Okay, recruitment selection, whatever the steps or the presently followed, it's been some of the steps I can just eliminate. So which are not bringing improvement or the continuous improvement in my recruitment process or the selection process, so that I can just eliminate if I'm just applying the lean concept here. That is one. And the training, okay, even in the training areas, I can just, I'm giving my training to the employees, but still I'm not finding my employees so competent, so performance oriented or the production oriented or the outcome oriented. So I can just minimize there also. and waste management. Okay, I'm just giving an example of our HR functional areas. Okay, yeah, waste management is also one of the example, and employees management participation, workers participation management is also one of the example, and improved internal organization of HR unit. Okay, there and all we can just apply. So next what we see is the next one is the next one to understand is, so by this we are able to understand what Lien actually is. So Lien speaks about what are the Lien's principles speaking about, and again how you're applying those Lien principles to your HR analytics. So with the datas, okay, so keeping those datas, how can a data science, with the help of the data science, okay, here again one more benefit is there to make the decision in our HR operations. Keeping those datas, I'm just making now qualitative decisions. Okay, I'm not just making the softer aspect decisions, I'm making the harder aspect decisions. So with little bit of this Lien concept, what I can do is I can come up with a better decision making. That is the one idea behind why this Lien concept is inserted in HR analytics here. So taking all your areas, okay, all the fundamental areas or all the fundamental HR unit areas. So wherever in your activities, HR activities, you feel that there you have to improve, you want to eliminate certain waste, and there should be some continuous improvement should be there. So there you can apply this Lien concept. So Lien simply speaks about, it speaks about two highlights, about two main important. One, it want to create a value for the thing. It is going to create a value for your all the stakeholders, whether it is internal stakeholders or the external stakeholders, and then it want to eliminate the unwanted, which is not creating a value. It does want to eliminate the things, eliminate the process, and it also makes you to think and work systematically. So and makes the things very continuously flow, and this systematic workflow and elimination create more value for your all HR activities. All your HR activities. That's what to highlight. So it is going to create the value, and then it is going to create a value stream. Okay, that is, it is going to avoid the waste, and there is a smooth flow is there, and you're always working for the needs of the customer. That is, customers here, please understand, not only the external, even to the internal aspect also, and there's a continuous improvement is also there. Okay, so the principles I've already told. Basically you can just take the principles from the understanding the definition of what Lien only. The very first one, the principle, what it was saying is what we told. I'm clubbing the principles of Lien to the HR principles now. So it is going to optimize the whole. So optimize the whole is entire your HR unit systems. It is going to be optimized. Okay, and next it is going to create a knowledge. It is going to create value for each your functional areas of HR activities, and it is going to eliminate the waste of all the HR activities, and is going to get the quality inside all the process, all the system, and all the events of HR, and all the events of HR or the functions of the process are being delivered very fast. It's been delivered very fast, and there is a different commitment, what we can say, and finally people value themselves and they are being respected because they are working with the concept of Lien here, and totally this brings an improved efficiency in your working system. Okay, Lien organization system, there is an improved efficiency, there is an improved responsiveness is there, and there is an improved in your internal external communication also. Okay, and there is a robust management, that is, you are just working with a less risk. Okay, even when the people are absent, even during the disaster time. For example, I'm just taking your pandemic situation of COVID-19 only. So most of the industries are feeling very difficulty. What next? But if I'm just applying the Lien concept in my functional areas, I can also, even in whatever the risk is there, I can work better. Okay, that is the one thing what it is telling, and naturally it is going to balance all my task activities and also my strategies, whatever the master plans I'm just making. Even for those strategies, there is a value being added. That is what we can say. And one is, I also told that how can I understand this Lien? Okay, Lien also says about, that is, which is not creating a value in your system or the activity, you're just eliminating. So how should I understand this elimination, waste, or the reduction? I told now, I gave an example, waiting or unwanted transportation, or something which is unused creativity, it can be, or something the resources is not being used effectively or efficiently, or inefficient, something the movement is there. there, or somewhere there is a low improvement is there, which is getting a low value, okay, that we can say. And too large stocks, whenever you have a dumped stocks are there, even there is no demand also, you have a overproduction. Those and all you can cross check. Okay, there is a I watch is there. That is what we just learned to understand the wastage meaning here, reduction meaning here. And areas reviewed, I told, finally the areas reviewed in the HR is I can take all my operational areas of HR from the procurement till the maintenance. So wherever you need and wherever you feel that you can improve your HR units or the areas, you can apply. Example, I told you, it can be recruitment, selection, training, development, your IR it can be, or your waste management or the conflict management, etc., etc. It can be also your workers participation management, etc. Okay, and by this we are concluding the session 4, and see you later in the next session. Thank you very much.